How we feeling, folks? Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. I have a question. When are we just going to be allowed to like free bleed? Because I'm a little terrified of the tampon situation right now.
Listen, they're expensive,
Kelli's face.
and I've been told that the brand of both pads and tampons that I use have poison in them.
Yeah, same.
But I have so many left that I'm like, I guess I'm going to keep poisoning myself for a little while because these are expensive.
This is the question I had next was like, I am not the kind of girl that's just going to throw away an entire pack of tampons. No. I don't care. I mean,
I have like a whole box.
The damage is done.
Yeah.
I've been wearing tampons since I was like 14. There's things happening in there. But like, think about all of the infertility problems that have like plagued millennials.
Yeah.
Is it because of the tampon? Do we just have lead poisoning up in our uteri?
Have you seen the TikToks?
Is that the plural of uterus?
I don't know. TikToks?
Better than uteruses. I've seen the TikTok that's like, but have you seen how successful we are? And like, we're still making it work.
Because we don't have kids.
Yeah.
Thank you, tampons with lead. And asbestos. That was the other one.
Making us stronger, you know?
Yeah.
America.
Making me my asbestos.
Oh wow. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you're in timeout now.
Okay.
Just kidding. But yeah, there's only 2 brands that don't have any, and they're the most expensive brands on the market. So of course, like anyone who is underprivileged doesn't have the money for that. Any kind of person who has like 2 or 3 jobs who can't even afford like the L tampons, which are supposed to be the nice tampons. Those are the ones that I use, the organic cotton.
That's what I used to.
Fill with lead. Yeah. It's top of mind.
Organic lead.
It's okay. Organic lead.
Organic lead.
Yeah.
Delicious.
I just stopped my period. So of course it's like very top of mind.
Yeah.
Have you ever,
Have
you ever used like the little diva cup things?
I have tried.
I saw another TikTok of a girl like trying to hype herself up to use one, and she like will fold it and then like open it up and it pops, and she's like,
so there's a company
aggressive.
that made they started with like a 3D printed model. So cool. Women owned and started and designed. Yeah. And it is basically a tampon applicator, but it's reusable and it's specifically for diva cups.
Oh, okay.
And so you fold it, put it into the applicator, and then put it in. So that you don't have to try and, especially if you're like putting it in public or, you know, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't be me.
Yeah. I also saw a steamer. Sorry.
Oh, a cleaner.
To clean it.
To clean it.
Yeah. Like a baby bottle.
Yeah.
You know? I've never tried one, but it freaks me out.
Yeah.
So
it freaks me out from I don't trust it for, it says you can wear it for like 10 to 12 hours. Yeah. I don't trust that because everyone's period is different.
Yeah. But because it claims that it's like a stopper.
Yeah. A collector.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did try it once, but I tried it when we were in our Linwood house in the closet bathroom.
Oh no, that's not enough leg room.
Not enough leg room, you guys. This bathroom was like built in, I don't even know when, but it was the original owner built it. And the original owner was an electrician who put plugs everywhere, but then just didn't connect them to anything. Good stuff. There were a lot of electrical issues, but he also created this bathroom, which was a sliding pocket door, a teeny tiny sink, a teeny tiny bath and shower, and a teeny tiny toilet, all in this like little Lego cube.
AKA a man.
Yeah.
A man thought that out.
A tiny man.
Yeah.
Because James did not like that bathroom.
Well, he was too tall for the shower.
Yeah. Oh, we all were.
Yeah.
Can we pause for 1 second? Is Halsey's light on?
No.
Your face is just a lot darker than.
Yeah, that's okay. Wow.
Better. Okay, sorry.
Thank you for catching that. So I did try it in that bathroom, and the inserting was, you know, it happened. The outserting,
extracting.
The extracting sent me into a panic attack mode because I couldn't get it out.
Yep.
My fear.
Biggest fear. And
I live alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no. See, I didn't even ask James for help. I didn't get to that desperate of level. I literally was like crying, heaving. I'm like, okay, I'll just get in the shower. Got in the shower. It took me 20 minutes to get out in the shower.
I bought the Flex cups thinking like, oh, this feels more attainable. But then I was like, you have to be so flexible. And I'm just
so flexible.
Not. And there's a lot of tummy in the way.
And you
it was
have
a
teeny tiny fingers.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
I know. And I live alone. So I
She
literally
keeps looping back to
I
that.
keep looping back because there's a TikTok trend of girls jokingly going to their boyfriends or husbands and being like,
Yeah.
it's stuck, I need you to get it out. And like seeing what their reaction will be. And almost every single one of them is like, all right,
Let's
let's figure it out. Yeah.
Sick.
I've seen that too.
So speaking of uteruses.
For people who
Uteri.
Uteri.
Yes, please. Thank you. The correct plural. Yeah, I just had to open with that. It was top of mind. The internet is very angry right now.
Mm-hmm.
Also, just feels like there's something being recalled food-wise or drug-wise every
it's
week.
either E. coli or asbestos or mold or something every day.
The poppy drinks.
I know.
Oh, did they get recalled?
Some got a flavor got recalled because this girl and guy on TikTok opened up a can. I think I sent it to you.
Yeah.
And there was like what looked like skin molded into the inside of the can. Sick.
I can confirm that no drink that I had from that brand had any of that in it.
Thank God.
Oh, it was probably like the mother.
It probably was.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the mother
The like kombucha mother.
looks
Yeah,
like
no,
flesh.
disgusting. It does. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's sick.
Yeah.
My friend Aaron in Washington, when we were living in Seattle, he did kombucha during, I think the pandemic is what started it off. And that thing looked gnarly.
And it always has to be in like a clear container.
Mhm.
And then you just see this thick.
Mhm.
Yeah. I
It's
had
cute.
friends in Washington. It's a very Washington thing to do. But I had friends in Washington who also like, and it was always on top of their refrigerator. And every time I'd see it, I'd be like, I don't like it. But then they would bring me like homemade bottled kombucha and it was delicious every time.
It really is. James almost wanted to do that. And I was like, definitely not.
Because they did like the honey version, which is a lot lighter.
Hmm.
Like it's not as vinegary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There are very few kombuchas that I like.
Yeah.
It's definitely not the drink that I reach out for.
There is one that I love that I get at Sprouts. And it comes in like this really cool looking dark blue glass bottle. And it's a honey based one too. And it's
Delightful.
yummy. And it has little glass bumblebees like in the bottle.
I love
Wow.
bumblebees.
Me too.
This sick. Cute.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to episode 34. We're hoping you're having a lovely August. This is our first August as a podcast. How does it feel?
So good.
So good. We're almost to a year. Kelly and I were reminiscing about that
Crazy.
last night. Like, I can't even believe that.
Yeah.
I can. Because it's felt like both the longest and fastest year of my life.
Yeah, because August will be my 1 year at my job.
Right.
And we started right after.
Yeah.
I started
We
the
started
job.
planning in September of 23, but we went live 1st of October.
Crazy.
End of September, technically.
Yeah, wasn't it our birthday? Like, it was a
It was around that time. Yeah.
20th-ish.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But this is our Haps and Craps episode. So we're going to talk some haps and some craps all around. First, with Halsey.
Speaking of uteri, mine is
Part
on
of-
revolt.
Part of your craps.
Part of my craps.
Tell
I
us.
got a lot of craps.
We reversed from last episode.
Yeah.
I had all the craps last episode.
Yeah. So last podcast weekend, my coworker had just died. That podcast weekend was our last weekend with our grandfather. We didn't know
Which we
at the
didn't
time,
know.
but he would pass that following week. So that's happened in the last month. And then also within that time, my iron levels, so I have PCOS. Woo! My body's on revolt. My uterus does not like me. It's a whole fun thing.
Yeah.
I got that diagnosis like a year ago-ish because finally I had a doctor like listen to me. And my gynecologist had my blood tested for my like testosterone levels and she's like, "Oh yeah. That'd be you." Because it was hard to get a diagnosis because I don't have the like painful side of polycystic ovarian syndrome. So it's hard to get a diagnosis when you can't be like, I'm screaming in pain because these that wasn't happening. So
Right. Yeah, I feel like my friends who have had PCOS had pain.
Yes.
So it took years to get to a diagnosis.
Yeah.
They just couldn't figure it out.
I didn't have the pain. I just had all of the other symptoms.
Cool.
Yeah.
Times 5.
Times so many. So my doctor sent me to go get blood testing done and then called me the day after I got the blood testing done and was like, "Hey, go to the hospital." So I went to the hospital to get blood infused into my body. Yeah. Well, vampire moment. And then I went back to the doctor and she's like, okay, now actually go get all of these other tests done and then come back to me. So it's become a very expensive and tedious few weeks.
Yeah.
Luckily, I have great credit and was approved for interest-free payment plans through the hospital for my ER visit.
Okay, that's
Nice.
good.
Yeah.
I've done that before too.
Yeah, because it came out to a lovely $1,200 for that.
That's actually not as bad as I thought it would be.
Yeah,
It's not great.
I kind of knew what going in. I was like, okay, I'm going to the ER. This is probably gonna cost me like
$1,000.
probably $1,300,
Yeah.
if not more. Because basically, the minute you step into the back of an ER,
$200.
that you got a Band-Aid, $400.
Why?
Yeah. It's insane.
I know.
Yeah, so that wasn't fun. That was like 5 nurses trying to get an IV in me, and just so many bruises later. Finally got my little sachet of blood.
Sachet.
Well, I don't know. What is it called? A pint? I don't know. Well, the bag.
A bag.
If you watch The Vampire Diaries.
The bag.
The bag. Sack. I don't know.
Ew.
Gross. It's getting
Worst.
medical. Yeah. So yeah, grandpa dying, hospital stuff, just not fun. Like, there's happy in the figuring out the health stuff because at least I'm getting some answers
Yeah.
and that's great. It's just like so frustrating because I went to this doctor under the kind of guise of like, oh, I'm going in to kind of work more on like weight loss stuff.
Right.
And then it's like, haha, actually, we're going to deal with your uterus. And I was
Yes.
like,
Well, because
cool. Because they're linked.
it's the
Very
starter
much so.
point too.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
you have to not fix one, but you have to address one
Yeah.
before you address the other because they're both linked.
So now
Yeah.
I am on a higher dosage of iron supplements
Hey.
to try to keep my levels
Normal.
they're never going to be normal as long as
Crazy.
like I still have this uterus.
Mm.
So might be removing that.
Oh, cool.
No, hopefully not.
Yeah.
But anyways, so yeah,
Okay.
that's it for crappies. Happies. Got my septum pierced.
You did, and you got a new tattoo?
No.
Wait, what did you say? You texted me and you were like, I got a new.
Just the nose ring.
Oh, I totally read that text wrong then.
I don't know.
I thought you said I got a new, not tat. You used a different word, but I'll
Mm.
save it for pod weekend. Dang, I was so excited. I was like, what is it going
I
to
got a
be?
new tech.
Nope, don't remember. I got a new one piece.
Oh, one piece.
Swimsuit. I read I got a new piece. I
Nope. New
glanced
one
over
piece
the
swimsuit.
one.
Oh.
Never mind. We're going to a pool party tomorrow.
A little girls' tea with our friend
With
Tia.
Chris.
And Chris is there?
Yeah.
Mom's coming?
Always. No,
Oh.
no.
Oh,
Her
Chris,
husband.
her husband.
Griffiny.
It's really confusing when your mother's name is also
Yeah, well.
Chris.
Yeah.
Chris.
Okay, other haps.
Happies. My cat's great. My rent is paid.
Yay. Bills.
Bills are paid.
You got your ice machine?
I got my ice machine. That is happy.
Yeah.
It
Huge
is hooked
happy.
up. It is ready. I've waited. I've been in this apartment now for almost 6 months. Also crazy that
Yeah.
it's already been almost 6 months.
That's wild.
I know, because I moved in March. Insane.
Wow.
Time flies.
Time flies when you're having fun, kids. Yeah. That's it.
Light on the haps.
Light on the haps.
And you're here.
And I'm here.
You're not in pain.
I'm not in pain. I'm a little bit more alert. I have a little bit more
I was
iron
gonna
in my
ask,
body. I'm a little bit more awake.
Do you feel like you're more awake at night now too?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, the night after I got the transfusion, you would thought I would have crashed because I was up until 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I was up until almost 11 because I was like, I suddenly have so much energy.
Yeah. Like, what is this?
Suddenly, my body is not seeking out just the minuscule amount of iron in my blood. Because, yeah, to put it lightly, critical levels of in your like hemoglobin test, iron test is a 9. I was at a 6. I'm now at a 7.
Yay.
So as long as I can stay above a 6, I don't have to go get blood again.
That's good.
Yeah.
Give her all the red meat.
Fingers crossed. I'm eating so much spinach.
Well, hey, thanks for your haps and your craps.
You're welcome.
Thanks for being here.
You got it, dude.
Appreciate you. Proud of you for doing medical stuff. I know it's hard,
Eh.
but you are at the beginning of this journey.
Mhm.
And you're at the informed level.
Yeah.
One day at a time. Would you like to pull a jar of question?
Oh, my other happy is Below Deck, because that's just been a joy.
It is a joy.
It's a good time.
It's just so soothing to watch people clean so much.
I think I like it compared to any other reality show because it's first and foremost about the job.
Yeah.
And not about like relationships or anything. Like it's all about like how we get that tip.
Oh,
and
yeah. Tip
it's
first.
Always so exciting to find out.
I always like the in-between nights between guests. They have one night off to when the guest leaves that night, they get to have the night off and they all go get dinner. And it's like always drama, always drinking.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Which is funny because that's my least favorite part. Because it's always, because I'm just like, get back to the job. Go back to work. I don't care about your stupid
time
drama.
off.
You don't, who needs
How dare.
How dare you?
Did you have something to add? You had like a something to add face.
I feel like Below Deck is one that I haven't gotten into yet.
Right.
So
I think you would enjoy it.
maybe once I finish getting caught up in the Love Island world,
Yes.
I'll start in on.
It's fun too because like Vanderpump,
Mm-hmm.
you do get some of the same faces, but there is also change.
Yeah.
Every season.
New blood.
There's new crew members every single season. From the first season, there's only the captain.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of the only like consistent face through all the seasons.
Yeah.
But until this most recent season, he got replaced.
You would love Captain Jason.
See the one that
Med,
was with Lala?
right?
Yes, he's the one who met up with Lala. Yeah.
But he's from
would
Med,
love
right?
Jason.
He has done Med, but he's another one because Captain Sandy is Med.
Oh, is he Australia?
No, I don't remember.
Oh, or
Southeast
Adventures?
Asia, maybe. I don't remember.
Anyways,
But you'll love him because he's just nice to look at. But he's also like he's daddy. Like everyone loves him. Everyone respects him.
Yeah.
You just don't mess with Captain Jason. You don't try to pull one over Captain Jason.
oh, that's why I love Captain Lee.
He's just too intense for me. Whereas I feel like Captain Jason's very like even keeled. Also, his accent makes everything good. So yeah,
We love
highly
an
recommend.
accent.
But yeah, once you get done with Love Island, hit me up.
Oh, this is a fun question.
Ooh,
Oh, no.
yay!
Because I have thought this.
Ooh,
Have you ever wondered if someone has written an "Am I the asshole" Reddit thread about you?
this was my question.
I always have wondered the like missed connections.
Oh yeah,
Wondered if anybody's ever written a missed
Love
connection about
those.
me. Or am I the asshole or am I right that she sucks?
yeah,
Yeah.
You're familiar with?
Yeah.
For those that are not, on Reddit there is this one big thread called "Am I the Asshole?" and it's like abbreviated, and it's stories from decades. Like
There's
this
so
thread has
many.
been going on for so long, and it's all like no names, no details, just storyline, and they are thrilling. And I've seen so many podcasts read them because they make for great content.
Yeah.
But I've always wondered, like, am I the subject of one of those for something I did, like, I don't know, in high school? I've never crawled through, and I wouldn't even know how to identify myself. But
Yeah. I was going to say, have you ever read one and been like, oh,
Isn't
that
it?
could be me?
no, not yet.
Or oh no, I've done that.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I definitely have wanted to write one many times.
About who?
Coworkers.
Yeah.
Coworkers, CEOs, really mean people at really big brands.
Am I the asshole for telling this white man to go fuck himself?
Well, let me tell you the reasons why.
Yeah.
No, I've never written one though. I would just get so scared that someone would find me out and
Yeah.
like figure out my IP address and then come for me.
Yeah, there's a show that I watch on Smosh every Saturday. They do Reddit readings.
Yeah.
But they don't always do Am I the Asshole? Sometimes they do different other r/slashes and different pages and stuff. But typically there's at least one or two Am I the Assholes thrown in there. And the best part is they will find all of the updates.
Yeah.
So if there's been, and one of the most recent episodes, there was a like live update. Like they were reading a story, and then right before they started filming to read that story,
The author updated.
there was an update that came out. And so he was like,
Ooh, yeah.
this is from today, from like 2 hours ago.
Oh, I love it.
Here's the
Oh,
update.
my.
What part of that question I wanted to ask, but it would be too lengthy, is like, can you think of something you've done that would have warranted a thread like that? I have to think in my past. The way both of us treated each other, my roommate, when I was an RA at ASU, I was just in a really ugly place in life, like no therapy. I'm looking for a girl in therapy. Mental health? Clarity. Didn't have that. And yeah, I siloed and just treated her. I was like a little hobbit gremlin, and I just didn't enter in with her, and I totally could have. And then I think she got so sad and sick of not having a roommate that cared, other than like my job. I didn't really care about her, that she did the same thing. And then we just kind of butt heads whenever we would meet. So I always wondered if like maybe she would say something. However, like 6 or 7 years ago, I found her on Facebook and I sent her this huge message, which I never know if she's ever read, of basically like copping to and owning all my crap from back then and just wishing her the best life.
This isn't the person we saw at the pool?
No, that was my roommate right out of college. She's like, Bailey, you did this.
Yeah. I was like, we've heard this story.
No. Different roommate.
Yeah. Again, but that was
it was also
around the same time.
It was also your first time ever living with someone who was not family.
Ever.
Yeah.
It was also the first time I had not lived with my abuser.
Yeah.
So like I was seeing freedom like I had never seen freedom or felt freedom before, and starting to recognize like how damaged I had become. And that's a lot for a 18-year-old to deal with.
Yeah.
So there you go. 17-year-old. Jeez. Yuck. What about you? Dramas? Tea?
Who, me?
I have one in mind.
About me?
Of someone who would have written one, maybe. Or you would have written one about her.
Oh.
My roommate?
Your roommate
it's
before
always
you
a
got
roommate.
married. Yeah.
Your roommate before you got married.
Yeah. I just think we had different expectations for the home, and I didn't like being there.
Yeah.
No, I didn't even think about that. But I don't know if anyone, maybe she would have written one about me for that. She was mad about how often like I'd have Jansen over.
Yeah.
And like, he's not bothering you.
He's in my room.
And she also had
rent
people over
all the time. Yeah.
Oh, please.
So I was like, you can't give me crap when like you'll have people over yelling in the living room, playing games, doing whatever, and I have to be up at 4 a.m. to get to work the next day. And I'm not saying anything. I'm just like going to sleep and
Doing your thing.
dealing with it because
Ugh.
it's your home too.
Well, yeah.
But I don't know if anyone, I don't have it. I've never thought that anyone would have written anything like that about me because I think that I'm a perfect little baby angel. And I don't know if I would have written one about anyone else, but as I'm thinking about it now, the only thing I could really think of now outside of my roommate is like when I was a kid, but I don't know if that would.
She's going deep.
Rude. I really had like a God complex walking around camp, thinking that I was like,
yes,
yeah,
everyone needed to do whatever I said, and I could do whatever I wanted.
Yeah,
and it was bad.
Someone would have written "Am I the asshole for wanting to punch this pastor's kid in the face?"
Honestly. Well, and like I had a counselor, and I was being a brat about something, and she was like, "I'm gonna go tell your dad," and I was like, "Go ahead,
do it,
do it. I'm not scared of you." And
bold.
I think she did, and he was like, "I'm not her dad this week. Like, you can't just come and like I'm not gonna step in and like no one else's parents are here, so like, you can't just come to me to deal with the situation."
That was a rule in our family too, which I actually really appreciated because
it was a good rule. Yeah, I'm not your parent this week.
Yeah,
totally. However, I don't know if you feel this way. I was always put in a leadership role when it came to stuff like that. Vacation Bible school. Like by the time that I could walk and or talk and lead people, I was put into like leadership positions in my own little microcosm. And then it gave me that ego of like, I can do anything.
Yeah.
But I was always petrified of being like called out and like getting in trouble, that I just pretended to be an adult all the time.
Not me. I was like, I can go swimming whenever I want. You all have to wait until free time. I'm going to go swimming right now.
Yes.
And I had this stupid little scooter that I would ride around.
Veruca.
Oh, I would have tripped you on that scooter.
It might be asshole for tripping the pastor's kid.
Yeah, I was not a fun person to be around.
Oh,
No,
hey, you have the
but-
wherewithal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hindsight.
I've come and I've had clarity, and now I
Yeah.
know that, I could have been nicer to some kids.
Let's see.
Get off your high scooter and
Yeah, exactly.
I love it. I just picture you now, like the Where the Wild Things Are kid with like a little handmade crown, a little scepter, and your scooter. Just like, I'm going to the pool.
Yeah,
I love it.
but always like accidentally like smacking my ankle on it, and like
Ooh, yes, razor bruises on the
Yeah.
ankles. Ooh.
they were bad.
Owie.
But
we left that church when I was so young.
The first church.
First church,
Yeah.
where our parents were in leadership, that I never really had to experience that as much.
Yeah.
Because I was 7 when we left, and so
Just got to be the kid.
yeah,
That's how it should be. Oh,
Oh.
my light just died. That's fine.
Oh, well, you're still lit.
Now I'm
I
shadowy.
charged them before.
I think because I used it for my live last night,
Oh,
I put it to work.
okay.
It's okay. I'll charge it between sessions. Okay. Do we all answer that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Kelli, can I have some haps and craps?
Yeah. My craps. I haven't been sleeping super great lately. Last night I felt like I slept really hard, but I had a lot of anxiety.
Yeah.
I was telling Bailey, I like went to go to sleep and I got a new eye mask
Mhm.
that is cool. Like you can put it in the refrigerator. And so I was like laying with that on my eyes and listening to our book. And I fell asleep with it on, but then I was like really deep asleep and then woke myself up like you need to take things out of your ears and
Yeah.
so whenever I start to fall asleep really hard and then I like force myself awake, like I get so like shaky, jittery, like my body
Mhm.
is just like I think a little bit in like fight or flight mode because it's like
Yeah.
why are you awake? You were so peaceful
Yeah.
before. And then I was about to fall asleep last night and then Jansen came in and scared me again. And I was like,
Oh,
I just
no.
can't win. And it was just
One thing after another.
one thing after
Yeah.
another last night. But yeah, overall, I feel like I just haven't been sleeping super great. I really messed up my sleep schedule when we were on vacation and staying up until like 2 or 3 in the morning.
Ooh,
And that's
boy.
hard to turn around. And when
Mhm.
you
Yes.
normally wake up at 5:30,
Well,
yeah.
trying
For
to
your
fix
6
that.
a.m. shift.
Yeah, trying to fix that is
Brutal.
it's taken a
Rough.
while. So been hard to get back into like a normal routine of all of that. And my eyes, you guys already know, are flaring up again. So I'm back on
Again.
steroids.
So
for
it's
that.
been like 2-ish months.
April was
Yeah.
when
I
I
had like a good few months.
yeah.
Not
I was like, I
enough.
feel like it felt longer.
Mhm.
And then I have like a note in my app in my phone that I'll write down like when I have it and
Smart.
what eye it was in because it changes. And so same eye, but just a few months apart. So
Dumb.
kind
You're
of a
back
bummer.
on your eye drops.
yeah,
The
Disappointing.
roids.
they're yucky.
Yeah.
So-
They
Oh, because you can
taste.
taste them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all connected.
So yeah, it's the worst. Like if I wait too late in the night in the evening to do it, and I do it like right before bed, because then I lay down and I can just like feel it and like taste it. Yeah, it's really
Sick.
gross.
That's so
Gross.
gross.
So fun times over here.
So
Yeah.
fun. All the medical things today, y'all.
I know. Which, yeah.
What?
I was just gonna say,
Oh.
you're doing so good at it, and I keep like putting it off to
Yeah.
like go to the doctor and
I
figure
had to
out what's
really
going
push
on.
myself
You're,
to
yeah.
do it, like, because I have so much medical anxiety
yeah,
between like stuff from when I was a kid and just denial.
yeah. I think that's me too. A little
It's hard.
bit.
I feel
Yeah.
like everyone does that with medical stuff at first
Yeah.
because you could just kind of, maybe it's aging too.
Mhm.
Like, I don't want to recognize that maybe my neck stuff is because I've been on my phone and on a computer for 20 plus years with the worst tech posture.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And now I'm in my 30s and now I'm going through pain
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I don't want to recognize that it's my habits, not
Yeah.
just, I sprained it or, I tweaked it at a workout. No, I think it's you're aging and you need to change drastic things about how you hold yourself.
You're not
Yeah.
22 anymore.
Yeah. And like, I know I've gone to doctor's appointments by myself and stuff, but I think it is that anxiety too of like, I'm going to go, no one's going with me. Can I, like, my mom's not there to ask the questions that I can't think to ask or know to ask. And hopefully I remember everything that they told me. So,
yeah. And you have to advocate for yourself, which not a lot of people know how to do or are in the practice of, because I told James, like, you need to write notes before you go to your GP so that you have a list of things that you need to like check off your list, not just theirs.
Yeah.
And then if they're talking too fast, you need to say, I'm so sorry. Can we slow down and or can I record this?
Yeah.
Because that's allowed in a doctor's office. It's your appointment. So you can do whatever you want because you're paying for it and they're working for you.
Yeah.
A lot of women, especially older women and or women of color, have been FaceTiming with a friend or a close person, a partner, while they're in the office to also help with any kind of doctor abuse or like them talking down to them, just to like have another advocate in the room, which is also very allowed because again, this is your doctor and your appointment.
Yeah.
You get to do whatever you want.
Yeah. And I think people forget that because it's like, you're the doctor, you know everything. So like,
You're so smart.
yeah. So like, I'm here
but you know
for
your own body.
But yeah.
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 Yeah. So
Stressful.
I need to
Do you need tissue?
No, I just need to get better at working through that and start.
If you want little text reminders or like a little like, hey girl, did you call a doctor today? Like, I'm more than willing. I'll send you my ZocDoc Rex.
Yeah.
She's now the one doing ZocDoc requests.
I know.
Hey,
I love ZocDoc.
Look how far you've
great.
come.
I know.
It's how I found my current dietitian and my new doctor.
I love ZocDoc.
Love that. Not an ad, not sponsored.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so in the realm of medical things on a happy side, sort of, is I had mentioned earlier that Jansen and I are trying to have a baby and I'm not pregnant, but I'm starting to like track my cycle and everything to
your temperatures.
Figure that out. Yeah. And the more I think about it today, I was talking to Jansen just a little bit ago. I think I am going to end up getting an Oura ring versus getting a new Apple Watch because I need to get rid of my tan, my stupid tan line. And I also, because my Apple Watch is so old, like I keep getting a rash from wearing it.
Yeah.
And so I just haven't been wearing it for like a week. And I think it's finally going away.
Probably get it to go away tomorrow.
Yeah.
Put like a little drop of tanning oil on your.
Yeah.
When I tell you the anxiety that has left my body from not wearing my Apple Watch is stunning.
Yeah.
Like not being so connected to something, being able to put my phone on the other side of the house and like just be and do my own thing and not need to be attached to the notifications.
Yeah.
Highly recommend.
The only thing is I lose my phone a lot.
Oh, I know. I get that. And your house is bigger.
Yeah.
Your house is bigger than mine too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That should just be like a call and respond kind of thing that the iPhone should do.
I think you can do that if you do like the assisted settings.
Yeah. Oh. Like the disability settings almost. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll have to look into that.
Yeah. Worth it.
Anyways, okay.
So yeah,
Oura ring.
I'm considering getting an Oura ring for that because right now with having to take my temperature every morning, like I'm supposed to do it before I even get out of bed.
Right.
I get up before Jansen, and so he just hears my thermometer beeping at me because like it's on, it's done, you synced it, good job. Like it beeps so many times, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, but I have no way else. I have no options.
No.
But with the Oura ring, I could just have that on, and it'll just automatically sync it all. So considering that, and
how accurate of a temperature is that though on your finger?
Extremely. They've even, the reason I keep pushing it on her is because I'm always enthralled by the updates that they do, not only to the ring and the firmware, but the app itself. So in the almost 2 years that I've had it, they have introduced at least 20 new features in the app and for the ring that I paid for because you pay a subscription, $5 a month subscription. Everyone hates that, but I'm like,
yeah, that part's really dumb.
You're paying for not having to get a new one of these every year because this is almost $400. And I don't want to pay $400 every other year like I do with an Apple Watch or an iPhone, right? So I would pay a pretty cheap subscription to be able to have really accurate data and for that data to be new and fresh every single month.
Yeah.
But yeah, people have been getting Oura rings and getting pregnant like that. It's either like you got an Oura ring and you got pregnant, or you went on Ozempic and got pregnant. That's what's happening right now, because their tracking for women for your cycle is pristine. Like, it is to the minute almost of accuracy for me, which is wild. But I will say my accuracy has gotten better as I get older, but also with the weight that I've lost, because my period was all over the place when I was super heavy. So now I'm able to track it a lot better.
Yeah.
But
Well, and we were comparing my app and the Oura Ring app with that, because I think I would still use the one, because I paid for a year subscription for it also. But because if I do get pregnant and I log that in the app, then it changes to be like a pregnancy planning tracking part of the app. And then they also offer like some, I don't know what, but like postpartum tracking to like walk through that too.
And they have a blog.
There's like, I get daily like reminders or like things to teach myself, and there's like quizzes and stuff like that, so I can learn all about my body,
and your baby,
because I'm 30 and I don't understand this process.
It's like the adult version of the American Girl book of Your Body and You.
For those that didn't get that book, because I didn't get that book.
Oh, I would just read my friends' copies of that book.
They didn't have, it was your generation or your age group, because none of my friends had that book either. Never.
You could buy it at Bath & Body Works.
Cute. That's
because
adorable.
there was a time where Bath & Body Works had the American Girl like bath line.
Oh, really?
That's right. I remember that.
It smelled so good.
Oh. It did.
There was this one body wash that I was like obsessed with.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Well, you're being very proactive in that health category, dude.
Trying to be. Yeah, I do need to get into a doctor also, because it has been a while since I've done that. But
I love mine.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'll have to ask you for details, because Jansen and I have a friend that I had asked. She's had a few kids, and like I asked, who's your doctor or whatever. She gave me the information. I put in my contact info so they could call me to make an appointment, and they never called me.
It's really hard to get into a new one without like either calling or having a specific referral.
Yeah.
From like your general doctor.
I think it's good though that you're doing all this preliminary work though, because now you get to be the good A+ student when you go into that doctor's appointment and be like, here is all my data.
Yeah.
Here's the binder.
Here's my binder. Here's where we're starting at.
And honestly, because when I went in for my eye with my new eye doctor, I was like, here's what I've done so far. Here's the eye drop I've done in the past. Here's my note app to show you when I've had it and what eye it's been in. She's like, thank you so much.
Amazing.
It's like, you're welcome. I just
if only every patient was like
literally you have to advocate for yourself. It's a lot of work.
And not saying that helped with her, but she was like, if like a GP can't come to a conclusion of what's going on, like I'm obviously here to help try and figure it out, but like you're on the right track, so like I'm here to help you. I'm like, thank you so much.
Thank you. Where's my gold star?
But,
so our mom sees like the main actual like OB at the one that I go to, but I see her nurse practitioner, who I really like because she's younger. She's probably in her like late 30s, early 40s.
Yeah.
And she's great.
I'll have to try, because my gynecologist before was in Chandler. I've been like around, and I really liked the one in Chandler, but I don't. My eye doctors, like all my doctors are on the east side, which is kind of a bummer. But like I don't want all of them to be on.
This one is Central Phoenix.
I'm good with Central Phoenix because the other one I went to was like North Phoenix. So I'm like, there's nothing here. Like wherever I go, I'm gonna have to drive. So no, kind of a bummer.
Yeah,
but
I have to go in soon.
Love it.
Group date. Could go together.
Pap smears.
So cute. Bonding. Bailey, do you want to join?
We could set it up like a like a couples massage.
Can we get massages after to make it like actually worthwhile? That should be a thing in a doctor's office. Whatever.
It should. But yeah. My other happies in kind of the baby realm is I'm going to Colorado this following weekend because my sister is having a baby shower.
Yay,
so
Kendra.
So exciting.
Yeah.
Baby boy.
And travel.
Yeah, we're going to travel and get a little break from the heat. It's going to be a quick trip, but I think it'll be
still be nice.
Hopefully fun.
Good stuff.
And outdoor fresh air. Miss. Yeah.
So jelly. That's going to be a blast. And I love that you get to have one-on-one time with her.
Yeah, me
Her
too.
bro. Her dude.
Yeah, I'm excited. I haven't met him yet.
I know, right?
So
it's a big weekend.
Yeah.
Big month.
Lots of things
When's
happening.
her due date?
September 22nd.
He's going to be a little Virgo.
Yeah.
It's that bad.
I just need her to be 1 week late.
Yeah. So you can have a little
I know. I
birthday.
didn't get my baby buddy. I was supposed to have a birthday buddy. My best friend's due date was my birthday.
Yeah.
But she had to have a C-section
early.
a month early or 2 weeks early.
So hard.
Anyways.
Is that all your Haps and Craps?
Yeah, my other happy was just I had a semi-annual review at work and it went well.
Oh, that's exciting.
Great. That's a great hap.
Yeah.
Yay.
I love that.
No raise, but
I was literally like, more money?
Those don't happen until annual reviews.
Yeah.
But it went well.
Good,
and my lead was like, I don't have anything negative to like say.
Oh
She's
my
like,
God.
I'm trying to come up with something you can work on, but
I love those reviews.
and I was like, thank you so much.
Yeah.
But she's like, where do you want to go next? I'm like,
home.
nowhere.
Like, I'm happy right
Yeah.
here.
I'm confident and comfortable with what I'm doing right
Yeah,
now. Like
and
I
good
just
at
want to
it.
sit in it.
Yeah.
But they're all about moving and going on to
Moving
the
and
next
grooving.
thing. So I'm like, if I'm good, why do you want me to leave?
No, literally, like, I'm so sick of that piece of capitalism of like, gotta get to the next level, gotta become a leader, gotta become a VP. Like, what if I just am really good at doing this piece of the job and I make your life a lot easier and I make the product sell a lot better?
And
just
you pay
leave
me for
be.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to try to start over with someone new for what I'm doing and then go through all the growing pains when like we've already figured this out together and
that person is not Kelly Carlin?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So
love, congratulations.
Yeah.
Wow, lots of happies.
Yeah.
That's all.
Thank you. I think maybe I just go right into mine.
Yeah, I was
and
gonna
if
say
we
the
have a
same
little
thing.
extra time, maybe we do a
Oh,
shot.
sorry.
Yeah.
No. You
Nope.
did great. We're doing great on time.
You were on time. We went over on the question. That's why.
We've been gibbing and gabbing.
Yeah.
But you all love it, so it doesn't matter. Hey, before I start my Haps and Craps, if you could please like and subscribe if you're on YouTube and comment below what your Haps and Craps were for the last month or so since we've been gone. And if you're on a podcast platform on Spotify, you can comment and tell us your Haps and Craps now, which is super exciting. You can comment on any episode from here on out. And if you're on Apple, well, you can rate and review because you haven't done that yet. Anyways, Grandpa passed away 6/26. I miss him very much already. And it's just been very strange. Very, very strange. We have pictures of him up in the condo.
Yeah. It's
just weird.
Every weekend, the weekends have been the hardest.
Yeah.
Because weekends would be when I would like go over or, go get breakfast with him or the weekends have been the hardest part. Where I just go, I should text him.
I know.
Should give him a call. See if he wants to go grab lunch.
Yeah.
And you have those would-have, should-haves, right? Of like, oh, I should have had breakfast with him more since I moved out.
Oh,
or should have been over there more since I moved out.
I think you did great, though. I thought I would have those too, but since I got to come back and like be with him the last few days, I felt so good about that.
Oh, I have no regrets over his passing.
Good. Okay.
That
Or
weekend,
just being
like
with him.
that, those 2 days, 2 or 3 days, the fact that I got to be there that night, that the hospice let Mom and I stay the night and just be there and watch over him, that was huge. I read to him for a long time after everybody had left and just sat and listened to worship music with him. And
I love that.
Yeah.
Editing I don't have many craps. Editing the last 4 episodes was hilarious though, because all of my happies were like, I could just spend time with Halsey. We're going to go do sister stuff. I could just spend time with Heather. I haven't seen her in months and months. None of that happened.
all went out the window.
That was the weirdest.
Suddenly Grandpa was on his last days.
Weirdest, darkest week, but I'm so glad that I was here and there will be more time in life to do the other stuff.
Yep.
So, yes. Thank you, Harry Wilbur. We love you so much. On to the haps. Well, something happened on TikTok. that
Something light.
Super small.
Teeny tiny.
teeny itsy bitsy. Yeah, I was telling Kelly last night, I've been working in this industry for 15 years and I've never had something go this viral for a client, let alone myself. And I've had a couple of videos in the past pop off, but nothing to this extent. And it's, in a word, life changing. Like this, if this happened to anyone else, like it would completely alter how you use TikTok and how you approach social media. But I did this random ass video 10 minutes after I woke up. I had bedhead. I'm definitely in my sleep shirt. And I have been watching a lot of Love Island, obviously. Serena is my favorite, and she has the most incredible knotless boho braids. And they've just been top of mind because I see them all over California because it's a very popular summer braid for Black women. And I just needed to be like a girl and like geek out about them, and just went off for a minute and was like, okay, post. I put, I think, 2 hashtags in there and like a couple words.
Literally 2 hashtags.
Yes. And I walked away, and within 30 minutes, it was upwards of thousands of views. But as of today,
I was going to read the current stats.
Oh, girl, I got the stats. 2.9 million likes, 46,000 shares, 53,000 comments, 130,000 saves, and I've grown 61,000 followers on TikTok in 1 week, less than a week.
And it's at 22.3 million views.
I don't like to talk about the views.
Yeah.
Because here's the bummer part.
Yeah.
There, 99% of the reaction of this video has been very positive, which on TikTok is unheard of. My favorite part of what came out of this video was the comment section, because it was like women loving women, like just lifting each other up, positivity. You could scroll for days and it's all positive. But I would say about 1% has been negative. Some has been some racial criticism, which I've totally taken to heart. I commented on the people that I have found or have been tagged in their videos who have done like either a series about my video and or just had some commentary, like a critical race theorist on TikTok did a series on me. And I really appreciated learning from her. I totally, oh, your lights fell last night. I just noticed that. Literally 1% of the reaction has been negative. Now, as a social media manager and like analytics person, I don't love the 22 million views because only 11% of the people who viewed that video viewed it all the way through. And that is the big distinction between someone liking me and not liking me in that video, because if you had watched it all the way through, you could have seen my heart and my genuineness. And that's why the comment section is the way that it is. But on the like the critical race theorist and another commentary person on TikTok, all the comments on their videos were like, oh yeah, I saw it and swiped away within 2 seconds because she was so ick and I couldn't stand her. And I'm like, okay, so you literally didn't give me the time of day and your media literacy was so low that you didn't even watch it all the way through to see what I would even say.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I had some takeaways from making that video. Hindsight is always 2020. I wish I wouldn't have started that TikTok in such a generalizing manner, because it totally dims the beauty of the compliment in and of itself by saying, I love all Black women, which I actually do. I have a lot of love for Black women, especially American Black women. And yet someone who looks at that more critically would say, you can't just generalize an entire race and say that you love them, then the love isn't really there. And it feels like a engagement bait. Like I'm just trying to get you to engage with this, which granted, I wanted a hook. Like I wanted you to stop and actually listen to me. And so many people did. I'm so grateful that so many people did. However, so now I don't really know what to do. I've been posting. Nothing's really been picking up since then, which is so common, but it has given me this new lease of like, okay, I actually have something to work with. I have an extremely active audience now that I have so many capabilities to be able to like spread kindness, spread positivity, spread love, and like be a woman that someone wants to look up to. And that's what so many of the comments were saying. And now Instagram has gotten a hold of it, of course, a week later, and a bunch of like Black owned Instagram pages or like hair pages have
Mhm.
reposted it, and the comments on there are positive,
Mhm.
which is also unheard of, especially on Instagram.
Instagram comments are a hot nightmare.
Nasty.
Especially on Reels. Oh my gosh.
And honestly, most of the negative things that have been said to me, and I just block people automatically, is like little white Gen Z boys who are like, this is glazing. You're pandering. Do you want to like wipe your nose off after rubbing that in their ass? I'm like, okay, this content is not for you.
Yeah.
I'm not pandering. I'm just being a kind human, but I don't think that there's a lot of examples of that. So now I get to be an example of that. That's freaking crazy to me. Before this all happened though, and why I think it did happen was I had started to do lives every night or at least once a day. And right now on TikTok, the biggest growth opportunity is in lives. So I kind of just tried it on for size. It's not the content that I like to watch, but evidently it's the kind of content that I like to create. And that has skyrocketed my account. Like I started doing it the 4 or 5 days prior to making that video. I posted that video and everything popped off after that, which is crazy. So I've been watching Love Island on live, meeting so many fun people, like having great conversations. The comment section is also still so positive, and I absolutely love that. So I know we talked about the Olympics in the last episode. I'm going to go live for a bunch of the Olympic trials and stuff like that and the opening ceremonies and just have some more fun with it. James just keeps encouraging me to like find what I enjoy about the content that I'm creating and then just double down, because why not?
Yeah. I would encourage, just as someone who does watch a lot of live content.
Yeah, tell me.
Because like I do watch a lot of TikTok lives.
Really?
There's a few creators that I'll watch their lives and stuff. Sarah Shower is one of them, but there's a few others that I'll watch. A few ASM artists,
of course,
before bedtime, or at bedtime. But finding it within your followers or a good mod.
Yes. So
some good mods for your.
Found 2.
Okay, good.
I had to mute one because they started just blocking people at random, which was a little weird. So I'm like testing who I can trust.
Yeah.
But I think I'm getting there. I've only been really doing lives for the last 12 days.
Yeah.
So
no, I know. It's one of those things of like, because your growth is right now.
Yes.
Protecting it in that way is really important.
I appreciate that 100%. Yeah. The Halsey called this out too. The few things that have made me just giggle uncontrollably in the last week are my nickname from the internet is Bailey Boo, which is hilarious
because that's her whole childhood nickname.
Yes.
Oh, really?
That's what I was called my whole childhood up until the time I went to college.
Bailey Boo, or just Boo?
Boo Boo.
Or Boo Boo.
Any of those variations. But in my response video, everyone was like, oh, now I love you. You're Bailey Boo. You're my boo. And then it just took off because I responded to one of them and was like, wait, that is my nickname from childhood. They're like, oh, well, perfect. Also, I have teacher voice and everyone loves that. And I've never heard that in my life, but it kind of makes sense. I was supposed to be a teacher.
Accurate.
Yeah, a lot of people on live are like, can you do like ASMRs or like read to us or something? Because I just love listening to your teacher voice. I'm like, oh, okay. Be nice to me then. Don't be nasty. Yeah. I finished 2 books. I finished Braiding Sweetgrass. Took me
finally
a year.
I was gonna say that book took you a year.
It took me a year
because it's rough.
It's a textbook, y'all. Like I learned so much. I don't know if I really ingested it, but I learned so much. And basically, we need to stop shopping on Amazon. That's the crux of the book. Amazon, the worst, according to the author. But incredible book. And then I finished our book club book.
Nice.
Yay! My last happy
book available on Amazon?
I don't know.
Probably.
But I would laugh my butt off if it was.
I would say absolutely.
Because she definitely criticizes them many a time.
Like by name?
Yes, and users of Amazon. Like the people. Kelly's looking for us. She's our Googler today.
Oh, I'm also
$11.96.
Yeah, it's for sure for sale in there.
Kindle, audio, paperback.
Just in case.
However you'd like.
All by the author.
Love it. Good stuff.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. It's not my fault. She chose her choice.
Well, that's just so funny that she would like sit there but then she's also
gaining
reaping benefit from.
I mean, I hope she is, because the amount of work that she has put into that book and all of her other books is an incredible amount of life work. My last hap is my #1 client doubled their work with me because I've been working with them for a year now, which is crazy to think.
Mhm.
And they've been so happy with the results of the last year that they were like, hey, we want to give you double the work for another doctor in their clinic.
Nice.
And eventually I'm hoping that they have me do the rest. They have like company handles for the different offices. It's not in the budget for them right now. But I was really just happy that they like me so much. They were just so complimentary, and the report for our year over year, but our quarter over quarter was insane, because he's gained, like, my main client has gained 36,000 new followers in the last 30 days, all organically on Instagram.
Whoa.
Never
Crazy.
happens anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Ever, unless you're paying for it or you are like a, billionaire and or like someone very famous.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's doing just super well, and his notoriety has grown so much in the last year, and I'm helping them make their first pod studio, because they're going to make like pod-like content to have conversations with the doctors and patients.
That's cool.
And he's like, I do not want to start a podcast. I'm like, I do not want you to start a podcast.
Please do
He's
not
like,
do that.
Great, glad we're on the same page. But it was just so fun. I was telling Kelli, I'm like, okay, I think we might actually have a media company. Like, I'm helping someone create their own studio with the things that I've learned from the last year, and it's actually working, and it looks good and quality. Happy with that.
Yeah.
They got the mics that I want us to have.
Of course.
Like, get these ones. They're like, oh yeah. You betcha.
Yeah. Don't get these
Don't
ones.
get
Hey.
these ones. These were our starters, and they'll go away very soon. Hopefully.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
What a great episode.
Look at us.
Look at us.
What a fun.
Wow.
So proud. Hey, thanks so much for joining us today on Blood and Contracts. I'm always co-hosted by my sister by blood
Halsey.
and my sister by contract.
Kelli.
And I'm Bailey, your host. Thank you again for listening. Please like and subscribe wherever you are at. Leave a comment so we know you're there, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.